Most of us have been told to just go with the flow, or, trust in fate. But what if that's actually terrible advice? Today we're diving into some ideas from Life as a Revelation, and it challenges that whole notion head on. We're going to explore this really radical shift in thinking, from just being a passive observer of your life to becoming its active creator. It's time to grab the steering wheel. Let's get into it. So the book kicks things off with this really provocative idea. Believing in or trusting fate is akin to gambling. Just let that sink in for a second. It's not just saying fate is unpredictable. It's saying that trusting in it is an active risk, kind of like putting your entire life on a single roll of the dice. And that's really the core idea we're unpacking today. This high-stakes game of chance versus the art of actually crafting your own destiny.
So, let's get this crystal clear from the start. On one hand, you've got fate. That's about handing control over to these unknown forces. It's totally precarious, like gambling or walking on thin ice. But then you have destiny. And destiny, well, that's something you build. It's governed by your actions, it's shaped by your choices, and it's built with real intention. Think of it this way. One is like a lottery ticket, the other is a blueprint.
Okay, so if fate is a gamble, we've got to ask, what are the stakes? What are we really risking when we just sit back and let life happen to us? Let's dive into why this is such a high-stakes game.
And this is where it gets kind of scary, right? When your destination is totally up for grabs by unknown forces, you could end up, well, anywhere. And that anywhere might not be a place you want to be. That tightrope analogy is just perfect. It implies this constant tension and the very real possibility that one little misstep could lead to a deeply undesirable outcome. It's just a path of constant, gnawing uncertainty. So if we don't want to gamble, what's the alternative? Well, the book offers this really powerful tool, changing the whole metaphor through which we see our own existence. Let's explore a few of these new lenses.
First up, you can see life as a circus. It's vibrant, it's full of excitement, fascinating characters, and lots of risk-takers. It's a really dynamic and thrilling way to see life, but it can also be chaotic, with someone else, the ringmaster, often directing the whole show.
Or how about this one, life as a dance? This metaphor is a bit more elegant. It emphasizes that our time here is a brief, really precious opportunity. The quality of the dance, the richness of our lives, is all determined by the effort we put into creating these wonderful experiences. It's beautiful, for sure, but it also reminds us that the music is, eventually, gonna stop.
And this brings us to what might just be the most empowering metaphor of all, life as a cocktail. This is where the power shifts entirely to you. It's not a circus run by some ringmaster or a brief dance against time. No, it's a creation. And you are the bartender. You get to choose the ingredients, you decide on the proportions, and you mix them to create your own personal reality. So what are these ingredients we're talking about? Well, they're your dreams, your conscious intentions, those little flashes of inspiration and your gut feelings, your intuition. Even external influences are an ingredient, but you decide how much to add. Your desires, well, they're the foundation. The crucial point here is that you are actively selecting and mixing these things every single day, whether you realize it or not.
Okay, so if we're the ones mixing this cocktail, how do we actually do it? What's the secret sauce here? This is where we get to the practical how-to. The book introduces this concept it calls the engine of creation.
Now, you might be thinking, okay, I've heard this before, is this just about positive thinking? And that's a fair question, because the book makes a really clear distinction. What we're about to talk about goes so much deeper than just trying to maintain a good attitude. The answer is what the author calls heart consciousness. It's described as this huge, untapped resource, a bridge that connects your deep subconscious programming with your conscious thinking mind. So the goal isn't just to feel good, it's to gain tangible, real control over your reality. It's the difference between wishful thinking and intentional creation. It's like finding a cheat code for life. And here's the how-to. It's like a roadmap. The whole process starts by really tuning into those intuitive messages we all get. Then it's about actively enlivening this heart consciousness, linking it up with your conscious mind, and then practicing using it to accentuate its capabilities. The key takeaway is that this is a skill. It's something you can actually develop over time.
So we have the philosophy and we have the mechanism. But when do we put it all into practice? The answer is right now. And this might be the most critical point of all.
This is so important. Your power to change course isn't some far-off event you have to wait for. You are always at a crossroads. Every single moment is a turning point, a fresh opportunity to alter your path. The past is gone, the future is unwritten, but the present is always in your hands.
And these decisions, they have real weight. Your destiny is directly governed by what you do or what you don't do. Every choice, no matter how small it seems, ripples out and changes your world in infinite ways. And that last point is such a powerful reminder. An opportunity not taken can be lost forever. The power is always, always in the present moment.
This quote really says it all. It's a call to action. Why be satisfied when with effort things can become better? It's a direct challenge to complacency. It's not about being ungrateful for what you have, but about recognizing your own power to improve, to grow, and to create something even better through conscious effort.
So, what's the ultimate takeaway here? You are not a creation of your circumstances. You are the creator. We all have this innate power of creation, and maybe the whole purpose of life is to learn how to use it, to finely tune it, and to shape the reality we most truly desire. And that leaves us with a final, very practical question to take away from all this. Thinking about your life as that cocktail that you are actively mixing right now, what ingredients are you choosing? What dreams, what intentions, what desires are you putting in your glass today?